Alex, that entrance was like the same energy as falling down the stairs to beat your siblings to the breakfast table. How's everyone doing? Hello, Black Cat. Hello, Recess, Scarlet. Joke's on you, my sister did that several times. I'm sure I've done it too. Congratulations to Alex. You've been released from the hospital. Bless you. Wait, I'm sorry. Do we know why you were in the hospital? Did we know about this? Oh, that's beautiful, Cozy. Hi, Marley. Let me get the prediction started. Stream is predictably unstable, apparently, so that's cool. How'd you know I was about to take a sip of water? Thank you for redeeming that water time, Weesus. They have narrowed it to gastro disease or endo. I hope they get that figured out then. That's seems like two different courses of action there. So, thank you for redeeming that stretch break, Black Cat. I see y'all predicting 420. Oh my goodness, congratulations on the 20 stream streak. Get those channel points. How is the Jack? I'm fucking sleepy. I'm sleepy. I was struggling to wake up. I was struggling to go to sleep last night. I struggled to stay asleep. Yeah, glad a doctor is listening, for sure. For sure. Like, even to have somebody be, like, considering that endo is the problem is kind of major, which is crazy. It's such the bare minimum, but, like, there are way too many stories of people being like, I know for a fact that it's endo and no one will even fucking look. I just spent a lot of money. What else is new, Alex? Oh, your mom told you 2 weeks ago it runs in the family? Well, I'm glad you have that info, yeah. The doctor you were seeing yesterday told you were wrong just for the tests to come back that you were right about the infection I have. That's the thing. Doctors should not be telling you their fucking opinion about some shit that they can run tests for. Doctors should be like, based on your symptoms, here is what is possible, and we will now start ruling things out with tests. Alex keeps winning over there. The sweater will come together, worry not. Let's get somebody in this room, huh? Let's go with this little guy. I saw this skin that I had yesterday for it with the little fucking waistcoat. Oh, here we go. This is, look at him go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Our prediction has finished. The ad break is over. Let's get into it. Let's play some Pupperdoll. Okay. Okay. Maybe like an anchovy? Okay. There you go, everyone. Enjoy your channel points. Alright. Season is partially correct. Weather is correct. Location is correct. Time is partially correct. Well, in that case, let's go sardine. Oh, I was so close. Y'all have no idea. I was right in between sardine and anchovy. I almost went with for sardine. Yeah, you could have had that one today, Black Cat. That was a close one. Wow. Not the 420 points. Oh yeah, so I'm eating cheese and bread. Surprise. I love it when I minimize Pupperdoll and forget that y'all can see me now. Cheese on bread. Spaghetti day. Hi, Kiri, welcome in. Autism go burr. There it is, there's the spaghetti. Who needs sleep when there's projects to do? I hear you. That's what coffee's for, right? I need to change my shirt to my cog shirt. I keep hoping that it will just click in my head what you mean by cog, and it just, I just am not getting there. So can you please refresh my memory? Okay, chat and Jack. If I want to stiffen yarn, what is the best or favorite method? You can soak it in starch, I believe. I've seen people do this before. Yeah, I asked what cog was, yes. I've definitely seen... people do tutorials about this. Yeah, here's something pretty basic for you. Oh! Knights of Guinevere. Okay, I do know what you're talking about, yes. Stroke it and say seductive things to it. Wow, Black Cat. Abandoning all subtlety for that one. You have 5 blanket projects, 1 sewing project, and gonna do test yarn thing for another blanket project later. Nice. I feel like that's a pretty reasonable amount of whips to have. Let's see. Well, I have the map. I'm gonna count all the bracelets and keychains that I'm making as 1, because otherwise that's gonna sound insane. And I do only work on 1 at a time, so... I have some shorts that I'm crocheting. They're like almost done. They're probably about 85% done, so I should really just finish them. So what's that? 3 things. I have a sweater that I'm working on for my mom. I'm knitting a skirt, which is like... that one is kind of like my long-term, like, turn off my brain project, so I'm not trying to hurry with that one or anything. I'll probably take that on the airplane with me and stuff. Let's see. Do I have anything else going right now? I have the yarn that I gathered for my Jude project, but I haven't started that one yet, so I'm not counting that one. And then I suppose I have the backdrop as well, so we'll say I have like 6. You have 3 blankets in your sweater, so 4. Yeah, 4 is not bad. 4 is a pretty good number. 3 blankets, a skirt, and a bag. And your book squares... I feel like your whip pile's running low compared to normal. Too many to count? A whale shark? Damn. 2 sweaters, 3 blankets, and multiple other plushies. Okay, but the whale shark would go so hard with the gigantic Walmart shark, right? Are you getting that? Is somebody buying that for you? At work once more from stream? Or for stream? Thanks for stopping in, Mel. Good luck at work. Kraken, realistic octopus, beaver, giant bubble up. Damn. Twitch be twitching again. Infuriating. I suppose they call it Twitch for a reason. Gotta talk to Sushi Guy. Oh, trade him something crocheted for it? That's a fun idea. I like my sweater so much more when it likes me back. I know, right? Isn't it so nice when the projects actually cooperate with you? All the giant sharks in your bin sold out as soon as you put them out. Now you have giant crabs instead. That's so cool. It really is, giant plushies are really having their moment. The Yarny Awards were correct about that. Because one of the categories was like, sort of like the trendy thing of the moment, and the winner was giant plushies, and it's like not even just the crochet community where that's the sensation right now. Once you're done with your sweater and probably the blanket for your sister as well, you want a bat or something bat related. Yeah, there are some very cool bat crochet projects out there. I know someone who does, actually that might be sewing, but that might actually be sewn. They do little sewn, like weighted bats, I think, but I'm sure you can find plenty of crochet projects for them. Love making giant plushies, but people don't like paying for giant plushies. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The yarn cost is very high for those. Obviously the labor as well, but like it's like the cost starts so high because the materials. The giant Wilmer plushie? Yeah, that one's cool. I was following that one on Instagram. Trying to trade a giant plushie for a tattoo, but the artist isn't getting back to you? I hope they do. I love a tattoo trade. That's how I got my BMO tattoo. Traded for some sweaterless sleeves and a hat ear bonnet. Yeah, Jada, Mrs. Moon in Heaven, does tattoo trades a lot, and I was like, I want to do that. They're drawing a giant moss lax next. That sounds so cool. I love moss. Exactly, Alex. Man, it feels so good to get through that first little bit of the map that fast. Like, having the desert is so refreshing. There's 2 Friday the 13ths back to back. Oh, yeah, so you can get in on the next one. Yeah, I've always wanted to do a Friday the 13th tattoo. That sounds so fun. They used to do them all the time in my college town, but they had like a... Jazz Hands Plays, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How are you doing today? How was your stream? Black Cat, do you want to do a mod thing for me? I was gonna do it myself, but I'm like, uh-oh, teaching moment. You're playing Stardew Valley? That's awesome. Where are you at in your game? Your sister gonna get a Twee and Law tattoo? That's so cool. Hi, Mambo. Welcome in. Well, now, see, Mambo and Black Cat, you can fight over it now. You can fight over your mod task. You're in fall of year 2? Me too! Me too. I think, I play on Sundays. And in my save, I think we got to fall 19 last time. So if you do / shout out as one word, and then type in Jazz Hands Plays, that'll give them a shout out. You're fighting over your mod task. There we go. Thank you. So just whenever we get a raider, it is nice manners to give them a shout out, so I usually just do it myself when Jess is not here, now that I've figured out how to do it, but you know, now y'all know how to do it too. I win. Of course Mamba wins. In between getting here and driving home. Iconic. Yep. Yeah, thank you for the raid. Is this your first time here? My name is Jack, if we have not met before. I'm working on crocheting the Stardew Valley map. So I'm happy to flip that around and show you in just a second here if you'd like to see where we're at on this. Oh, let me pull up the countdown here. There we go. We've got 45 rows left to go. I just did my week 44 update. I posted that yesterday. So if you were waiting to see that, that is available now. So this is my 45th week working on it currently. Stop right there. I can flip it around. All right. So we've just gotten started on the mountains. We finished the quarry yesterday. The lake is done, the mountain lake. Robin's house is done. And here's the road up to the desert. Black Cat, thank you for redeeming that water time. Can't believe how many rows you've done already. I know. I know. It's going so fast now. Now that I'm doing 6 rows a week, it has made such a huge difference. Thank you, Jazz Hands. Yeah, it's been a very fun project. So this is the back side that we're working on today. We call this the spaghetti side. And this is all done with embroidery floss. If you need to raid and run or anything like that, take care of yourself after stream, please feel free to do that. No worries at all. The back is reminding you of Cousin Id if he went into a forest. No, that's so true. Somebody else said shag rug, and it very much does have that feeling to it. God, I miss those days. My childhood, living in the house with the orange shag carpet. Burnt orange, not bright orange. Wait. Alex, do you want to link that? Stole everybody's luck today. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th, but not for Alex. Yeah, if you want to stick it in the Discord, that's probably best, actually, because then I can look at it after stream. Like, maybe stick it in the side chats. The universe is saying sorry for all the Puffertle bets lost. Yeah, my perpetually losing Puffertle is actually just like a PSA about not gambling. Thanks for sharing that. I'm going to open that so I can look at it later. Only betting on the sure bets. It's the game. They made a new game. I mean, game is cool too. We like games in here. Very excited about the new series though. I can't wait for them to have more information about that put out. Nearly 20k points, but maybe you'll save up for a jumbo. Got lots of new colors to choose from, so maybe it's worth it to save for a jumbo, yeah. I wonder... I bet there is like a Junimo Granny Square. I'm gonna think about that, because that could be cool since we're doing like a variety of different squares. That could be a fun one to mix in. But that might mess with the different colors thing a little bit too much. The guy you were talking to turned out to be homophobic, so he gets to Jesus, yeah. Dodged a bullet with that one for sure. Going straight from, I guess I'll play around with you and let you buy me things, to never speak to me again. You've been telling people your sister is homophobic? I mean, is she? Or are you just telling people that? Oh, not Sushi Guy. This was a different guy. You and your guys. Yeah, why don't women like me? You mentioned the fact that she has a girlfriend in the same sentence. The little brother energy is so strong. Well, to be fair, she could be a lesbian and still be homophobic. It happens. Unfortunately, it does happen. Hang on, let me, Uh-oh. Somebody's here. Somebody wants to be the center of attention. 1 second. 1 second, little baby. She's gonna try and get my cheese. Never understood being part of the alphabet mafia, but then being so against it all. It's called being a pick-me. I don't awfully believe in using that term because I think it's oftenly used in a misogynist way, but in this case, I think it applies. Come here. Come here. Come on, it's time to get to work. Come on. Come earn your keep. No, you cannot have cheese. You gotta lay down if you're gonna be a pure little wet butt. Were you sitting in the wet bathtub? And now you got a little wet butt? Give her the cheese? I can't. She'll throw up. I would give her the cheese if not for that. I know. I know. It's not fair. If she can't have cheese, then I shouldn't be allowed to have cheese either. Stop sniffing it. You're not getting it. I will put you back down. She really wants it. She really wants the cheese. I gotta eat it so she calms down. No. She's trying to go get it. Yeah, I used to let her have a little bit whenever I was cutting it. Like, I would just drop a little bit on the floor for her. But, she's 13 now, and it seems like she can't really handle it anymore, so the last 2 times I've given her cheese, and I just mean like a little piece of cheese, too. She's thrown up pretty immediately afterwards, so she can't have it anymore. But for years, that was like her favorite little, like, special treat. She liked getting the cheese. Will you lay down? Come on. Stop walking around like you own the place. You have a problem. Your friend's cat stole a cookie out of his mouth while we laid in his bed. Oh, there you go. That's my good girl. That's my good girl. Okay. You good. I should have done this part first before I let her get up here. I don't know how I'm gonna do this now. I guess I don't really need to worry about that because they're so far apart. I can just leave it loose for now. Detangle everything afterwards. Okay. Once I was at my cousin's house and my aunt gave me a cookie and their little dog jumped up and ate the last chocolate chip cookie. She either lost the ability to process it or became allergic to it. Yeah. The worst thing a pet stole was your childhood Great Dane getting on the island eating 8 cupcake liners? Oh my god, 8 cupcakes liners in all. Jeez. When I was in college, we had a stray cat just walk straight up to us in the parking lot. And so we took him in. And we didn't end up keeping him because he didn't get along great with our cats, but we rehomed him, and that was great. Like, he just, it was like he was meant to go to the new place all along. So we were very happy about that. But when we first brought him in, I thought he had mange because his coat looked so bad, like his coat and his skin. We found out that he had a flea allergy. But he looked terrible. He was very sweet, though. He was like the sweetest little guy, but he looked terrible, and somebody had put a flea collar on him at some point, and it had irritated the skin of his neck so badly that he had just like a ring of bloody skin around his neck. So I was so distressed by it. When we found him, I was like crying over it. But we got him to the vet, and he got on steroids, and he was totally fine. But the steroids made him crazy. He wanted to eat everything. At one point, he got up on the counter and ate through a bag of hamburger buns, pretzel buns. It was pretzel buns. He like ate 1.5 pretzel buns through the plastic bag. And then the diarrhea everywhere. It was truly awful. And then on another occasion, he ate a bunch of donuts. Like we couldn't leave any food on the counter where he would get into it. So once he got off the steroids, he was fine. He like was able to control himself again. But like, oh my god, like just the hunger this guy had. He was such a sweetie though. Such a sweet little kitty cat. His name was Toby. One of your mom's dogs ate 16 bacon-wrapped filet mignon. Jesus. Oh, your mom had to tell you it was paint? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know it's very upsetting to see animals in distress like that, but I mean, he didn't seem like he was in pain, which cats are very, very good at hiding pain and stuff, but like He seemed like he was handling it very well, so I think that helped a lot. But it was just hard to see him in that condition for sure. But he's a good little guy. Still is a good little guy. He's living it up with his new family. He's gonna live to be a very old man. Johnny Boofer once poisoned himself with cheese dip. Oh my god. Thought he couldn't climb up to reach the bowl. Turns out he could. He did not, in fact, learn his lesson. They never do. Your chemistry test got graded. How'd you do? Too scared to open it? You got this. Shout out to Toby for real. Not as good as you thought, but did you pass? Not terrible, not great. Hey. They say C's get degrees for a reason. You got an 86? That's great. An 86 is great. For chemistry? No, you're fine. The way that she is determined to rest her chin on my arm, even with me jostling her all around. It's really good, but you thought you knew it way better. I mean, don't do it. No. Stop. Playing keep away with the cheese. I will put you down if you don't cooperate. You're making my life very hard right now. No, okay. Sorry everyone, no more kitty. She's clearly not in an actual lay down and snuggle mood. I know. Why can't I just have whatever I want? I'm so cute. Tests are not necessarily a measure of what you know about a subject. It's a measure of how well you can answer the specific questions that are on the test. Cheese-flavored cat treats? I could see what's available. She does have some food sensitivities though, so I would be hesitant at this point to give her something that probably has cheese powder in it or some kind of Like, I would imagine if it's cheese flavored, it probably has some kind of cheese related substance in it. She's already getting churros, which we know she has a sensitivity to chicken, but you gotta give the baby some kind of treat. He even knocked over our fridge once? What the fuck? Great Danes are crazy. Practical tests are more important in my opinion. Yeah, for sure. Like, there's academic testing, and then there's actually applying that knowledge. Water time? Thank you for redeeming water time, Faye. On your anatomy and physiology test, you got the question, which of these is part of the external female genitalia? And wow. I wonder which one it could be. Your mom teased him with his favorite treat in the world, ice cubes. I love it when dogs eat ice cubes, it's so cute. I also love eating ice cubes. Yeah, go gush to your mom, for sure, Alex. You never clocked out when you went to the hospital? Uh-oh. Problem for tomorrow? Yeah, that can be corrected. Welcome back, Mambo. Why is it always this song that wants to repeat? Does anyone get super mucusy after eating? I never said hi. I think I did. I thought I did. Yeah, so I cough often a lot, after eating. I get, like, phlegm stuck in my throat. It can be related to GERD, apparently. But in my case, I don't necessarily think that's why it happens, but I think I just have a lot of issues with postnasal drip, so... You get it super bad with Subway sandwiches? Oh, I'm so sorry, Faye. Welcome in. Whoever named the word phlegm has a sick sense of humor. It's a word that feels like what it is, you know? It's like practically an onomatopoeia. But yeah, it could be related to a food sensitivity if you're only having it after specific foods like Subway sandwiches. In my case, I haven't noticed any kind of like pattern for when it happens. It's just kind of like sometimes will happen a lot and sometimes won't, and it doesn't seem to be consistent across any one kind of food, but yeah, if you have any other stuff going on, like GERD or sinus issues or anything like that, that could be related to it. Not experiencing any acid reflux. Yeah, it's not that for me either. I don't get acid reflux with it usually. I cough a lot, but that's because it's stuck in my throat. But like for me, I know I have an issue with postnasal drip, so for me, I'm pretty sure that's what it's related to. Yeah, get that second drink, Cozy. Sometimes it's just a 2 soda kind of a day. Oh no, Scarlet. Yeah, you gotta get that row counter going. Definitely helps for things like that. At least you can just count your rows. Does anyone here also hate the fizzy and soda? I like the fizzy. That's definitely part of the appeal for me. Yeah, we're definitely working pretty quickly today. We're already past the halfway point. You do enjoy a fantastic root beer? I love root beer. What kind of root beer? What's your brand? Oh, Culver's root beer? Fizzy cream soda and Warritos. Is it Warritos? Like what sound is the J making in that word? Boylan? I don't think I've had Boylan. It is an H. Okay, Haritos. Thank you. It's like, I know because it is a Spanish word. In my head, I'm like, it would make sense for it to be an H sound, but for some reason it feels wrong for it to be an H sound. So, thank you for confirming that. Appreciate it. I am big on IBC. Barks is definitely above Mug and A&W for me. I also really like a Virgil's root beer. You like to get flavored carbonated water more? Yeah, IBC is the GOAT. IBC is my childhood. Like, when I was a kid, and we would go over to my dad's house on the weekends, because every other weekend we were with my dad, and he lived down the street from this gas station, and so we would all get in his truck, and we would drive down to the gas station to get our special bottles of IBC root beer. Root beer floats slap. IBC and Boylan are fairly comparable. Okay. Yeah, this winter I tried out the eggnog and cola mixed together sensation that I saw happening online, which I thought was very good. But root beer and eggnog also works. I did not love it with the kind of root beer that I had on hand at the time. I forget which one it is. It might have been Mug. But I think if you had something that was a bit more rooty, not so like sugary, like a Barks, I think that would work better. Or like a Virgil's or an IBC probably would work better. But yeah, Pilk, but eggnog Coke. No, it's good. It's good. It's a nice way to cut the richness of the eggnog. Probably also depends on what eggnog that you use. I usually grab the Southern Comfort one. You like the Culver's root beer specifically? It's like vanilla creamy. Yeah, the Virgil's root beer is like that. It's more vanilla-y. And it's like smoother. Got your ex-boyfriend addicted to it? Anybody in here drink ginger beer? Ginger beer is like a little bit too much for me. It's like a little bit too spicy and it can kind of make me feel like headachy a little bit, but I feel like drinking ginger beer is like the hard liquor of sodas. Is it like ginger ale? It is like ginger ale is like somebody heard about ginger beer and then made a baby version of it for babies. Yeah, ginger beer, it's not alcoholic, but it's like way stronger than ginger ale. Like way stronger. Like ginger ale is like smelling ginger. Ginger beer is like biting into a piece of ginger. Like that's the difference. You love ginger or anything? You should try it then. I want to say it's like a big drink in Jamaica, but I think that's correct. I think it's Jamaica. You want hot tea, but you don't want to get back up because you're cozy with your pups. That is such the struggle. Me constantly trapped underneath my cats. They are so funny. Like, Carmilla never wants to be on my lap when I'm in here, but sure enough, last night went in the living room to watch Critical Role, and she like would not get off of me. Like if I had to get up and put her down for a second, she'd be right back on my lap again once I sat down. That's her favorite. She just lays down on my lap and then purrs so big. But only on the couch. Internet died for a second, but you're back. Welcome back. If anybody needs jail bars, by the way, in Animal Crossing, I've got the hookup now. Jess got access to the recipe for me so I can make them. One of those recipes that I've only ever seen other people have, never actually had before. Thank you for redeeming that water time, Scarlet. Oh, I have the recipe card, Mambo, thank you. Yeah, Jess was able to, because their friend had it on their island, and so Jess was able to go over there, but, like, Pepper already had the recipe, and so was able to get an extra recipe, and so Jess sent that to me, so I have the recipe. But hey, it sounds like Mambo also has the hookup. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. What are you doing? What are you saying back there? There's a little creaky meows behind me. Finally, Faye, I'm sorry, what? You're gonna need to elaborate on why the bottom shelf of your fridge was caked with blood. If a medication says take 1 pill today, wait 3 days, and then take another pill. If I take one today, do I take another one Monday or Friday? Oh shit. Yeah. Are you waiting 3 days? I would say you're taking a pill on the 3rd day. I would think Monday as well. Yeah, that's a good point, Scarlett. Yeah, calling your pharmacist is probably a good idea. Well, good job getting it clean, Faye. Yeah, this is why in the food service industry, I don't eat meat, so no. In the food service industry, you should always put raw meat at the bottom of the fridge. And I know that most fridges are organized so that, like, the crisper drawer for the vegetables is at the bottom, but this is the reason why you put raw meat at the very bottom underneath everything else, so that it can't drip down onto anything and spread contaminants. So it should go, like, raw meat, and then raw vegetables, and then, like, cooked meat, and then other cooked foods, basically. think. I think you want to put the cooked stuff above the raw stuff. It's been a little bit since I was in the food service industry, but I know the raw meat part. Yeah, I don't ever really have raw meat in my house because I have been a vegetarian for 13 years? 14 years. Something like that. You're still getting shipment notifications from work on your phone? Uh-oh. Your job is making you consider going vegetarian or pescatarian? Yeah, I mean, like, I'm assuming probably from seeing constant recalls coming through. Oh, the permeating smell of chicken. That is fair. Kitty time? Yeah, do you hear her back there whining? We can have kitty time in a little bit. We had kitty time earlier. That may have been before you came in, but she's gonna go after my cheese again if I bring her back up here. So we'll do that after this row is over. Yeah, I got some cheese bread on my desk, and she's a little fiend for cheese, so she's definitely gonna go after it if I bring her back up here. Stretch break? Thank you for redeeming that stretch break. I'll do that in 1 second here. Okay. One of your cousins lives by a processing plant. She wants the special yellow boots the workers have to wear. Well, I need to see a picture of these little yellow boots then. Yeah, I bet living by a processing plant is not fun. I bet it stinks. Must set fire and run. Thanks for stopping in, Shy. Can I get some hoses out for that fire? A little bit of fire there. Thank you, Scarlett. Ooh. Did anybody see that? Was that visible? Feeling like a juggler after that one. I went to pick up my scissors and I like spun them in the air accidentally. It's fine, I did not stab myself in the hand, we're all good. You had to scold a coworker for holding our bread knives by the blade? Yeah, that is not knife safety right there. Full finger grip on the thing. Damn. People just want to get hurt, you know? Like, what are you doing, man? Yeah. Go help your mama, Mambo. Alright, this spot right here that I'm working on right now, this is where Linus's tent is gonna go, and then on the next row. It's the shadow under his tent. Back from walking in circles and talking about COG. Nice. Welcome back, Alex. She was doing it to spook you, and you told her a story of the time a butcher knife went through your mom's thigh? Jesus. Yeah, that's like... You're gonna spook people with that because... It doesn't matter how much of a joke you think it is, you could legitimately fuck yourself up doing that. It's a good way to, not get any workers' comp. Had to scold a coworker in custom framing for not using laceration gloves while cutting glass. I will admit, I have a pretty relaxed attitude toward glass now after working in window restoration. She tried to get snippy with you, so you told her to wear gloves. You're gonna have to talk to the manager. Yeah, I mean, if that's what the regulation is, absolutely. I think people should be following it. Thank you for redeeming that water time, Scarlet. Yeah, see, that's the thing that gets me the most. Having to strong-arm people into throwing away contaminated food. Like, no. No. It doesn't matter if you would be okay eating it. It doesn't matter. Like, we're so conditioned from a young age to not waste food because of the financial burden that it places on our parents, which makes sense. But, like, we then, you know, as adults, I feel like too many of us lack an appreciation for the completely valid and necessary times to be throwing away food. Somebody came back from the bathroom once and picked up a piece of chicken with their bare hands, threw it back in the— what the fuck? How do like, why do people just— why? That's like, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw that away, and then you are not gonna touch food. You are gonna go back and sit on the computer and retake your food safety training. She decided it was a good thing to not retake her food safety and instead try to start rumors about you. People are so dumb. Like, what a cute little attitude you have there. It's not gonna be so cute when you make somebody seriously sick. Warmer, thankfully. Yeah, thankfully, for sure. Freedom is here. Ass first. Backing into the chat. You just crochet and spill tea and crafting tips? I mean, is that not what a crafting circle is? Are you stealing my water?
Yeah.
First I have a little baby coming over here trying to steal my cheese. Now I have a little baby coming over here to steal my water. Oh no! You have a migraine. Well, that means you have to take my water, it's true. The only cure is my water. You know, you get married and then it's all 50-50, right? Yeah, they'll be okay. That's what the medicine's for. Not an uncommon occurrence in this house, alas. Yeah, soon, little girl. Not right now. No, we're not having nap time right now, but you can have it soon. You can have another stream cameo soon, but not right now. She says, my people need me. Your upstairs neighbors tried a new antic in their bedroom and it failed spectacularly. Okay. So how have we... What did you hear that hasn't made you come to this conclusion? You guys, the Adventurers Guild is about to happen. You heard a guitar, really bad singing, and then heard the woman laughing, then heard the man raising his voice, and then a fight, and then a slamming door, and then a car leaving. Oh no. Oh no, that's so tragic. Congratulations on the 7 stream streak, Freedom. Scarlet, that's so fucking funny. 5-minute guy or 2-hour guy? Yes, that is the question. A failed serenade attempt, yeah. This was 2-hour guy? Stick to what you're good at, buddy. Oh no. 2-hour guy is like, hey, I can be more than just a side piece. Check this out. Strummed the wrong G string. Oh my god. One of these days, Scarlett, I need you to strategically leave your apartment at the same time as this guy so that we can get an idea of what he looks like. I need to know what this future pop star, what his appearance is. He's always so quick to leave, damn. If the other guy was coming back with how strong he is, I'd run out too. Oh my god. The other guy does freelance ranch hand work? Yeah, that seems like a bad idea. God, you really are living downstairs from a romance novel. Or a crime thriller, we'll see. The ones our grandmas and moms read. The worn out old paperbacks. Book inspo regardless, for real. Light tan yellowed one. Yeah. You can tell how old they are because from the color of the pages and all of the little age spots on them. Shudder to know how much use some of those books got. Yeah, if there's one thing that the modern romance fandom is teaching us, it's definitely that picking up old romance paperbacks is about as risky as buying vintage Playboys. Time to go make actual tea and honey? Yeah. You've earned it. You think after this next round of your sweater, you're gonna do a color change, but you're not too sure? Are you going for, like, stripes? You need one stripe in the upper part? Totally. Today has been crazy productive. The stars and planets have all aligned for Alex today. Okay, let's see. What color do we need here? 943. I think I see it right on top here. Yep. Very specific color. Very pretty color, too. I really like this one. It's very nice teal. Looks... Hold on. Oh, Chris's sweater from Deltarune? Totally. You get chocolate, you get family time, you get to see Cat, you get 3 rounds of the sweater. Yes, today is your day. We're gonna reach the entrance to the mines this week. Time to eat? Yeah, get you something to eat, Kiri. Finished the bow for the skirt and added the crochet flower to it. That's awesome. How close to done is that skirt? You need to double check the length, bias the bottom, and add ruffles and appliques. Okay, so like we're in the finishing stages. And LED lights. It lights up? That's gonna be super cool. I'm gonna have to like take a nap after this, my god. Got on your computer to see if you follow a Discord for me, which brings to mind the ID thing. Have you heard anything about having to use a driver's license for Discord? Thanks for linking the Discord, Mambo. So I think that is probably a UK thing, if I had to guess. I know that there's a lot of conversation about internet verification happening in the UK in general. If you mean for like specific Discord servers, because sometimes specific Discord servers will make you verify that you were over 18 with your driver's license, then we don't do that in my channel. Yeah. It's supposed to be coming to the US, just not yet. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully we can get that defeated, because that's fucked up. Yeah, there's they had a public comment period for that. Hopefully they do not implement that, because we don't. What the fuck do we need AI for in Discord? It's so dumb. Yeah, there's a reason to go vote for sure. For sure. Pushing people everywhere to use it for their jobs, and it's fucked up. For sure. Yeah, like, especially because it makes more work. It's not even a good tool. It does not do the job well. It's so dumb. not to be that guy, be that guy. Absolutely. I think, like, it's making a lot of things a lot worse, and the longer we go without regulating it, the worse it's gonna get. Anything that's hackable getting into the government and jobs, yeah, what are you thinking? For sure. That's so dumb. Yeah, just use AI for everything and it won't steal your... That's like... It's so transparently false, too. And it's gonna bite them in the ass because they're going to try and implement AI replacing actual humans, even though they're promising that they won't, and it's not going to work well for them because AI sucks. It cannot do these jobs well, and they're gonna have to fix their mistakes. But in the meantime, people are going to be suffering very real consequences for the hubris of these tech companies. So like the layoffs are going to happen. And even though people are going to end up getting hired back, like it's still going to be an excuse to understaff, which is what people do every time. You know, these companies that complain about nobody wants to work and all this bullshit. It's like, no, nobody wants to tolerate being abused by corporations. And also, y'all like to be understaffed on purpose so that you can just drive your employees into the ground by working them too hard. They already have it in tax shit. Ugh. What is regulation at this point? No, for real. What is the point of, like, so many of the laws that we have if nobody's gonna enforce them? You know? Any new tech without appropriate regulation is gonna harm people. Absolutely. Our government really needs to stop being so lethargic when it comes to responding to new developments in technology like that, because it's very frustrating to see people come out with this new wave of whatever, and you know, the motto of tech companies is literally move fast and break things, and we let these people come in and just experiment with our economy, and the thing that they break is then a bunch of people's bank accounts. Used to work a job that had all kinds of responsibility with little funding for carrying out crucial tasks. I mean, isn't that always the way? Like, they want to have these very important positions around, but they don't want to pay for them. It's just a complete lack of priority. Seen the video of the man that invented AI or ChatGPT Year 1 winning an award, and his piece basically said all of this, like that it needs to be regulated. That with how it's going, we need to pay attention, that he regrets ever creating it now. I mean, too little, too fucking late, right? That's the thing that pisses me off about these people, is that they don't stop to think about things until the consequences are already dire. Like, glad that you're saying something about it now, but like... I don't know, maybe do something about it then. Yeah, if they can, not if they should. Like the guy that invented the AR-15 or the AK-47. Yeah, or like Oppenheimer, right? The entire fucking movie about Oppenheimer and the invention of the atomic bomb. And you know, I didn't bother seeing it because I was like, I'm not really interested in watching a movie that is, whatever its message may be, its primary function is still glamorizing a horrific fucking thing that the United States government did. And it's this thing of like, you created this thing for the government knowing full well what it would be used to do, and like, yeah, you regretted it because you then saw the horrific consequences of it, but like, maybe at any point before you got there you could have stopped and gone, hey, maybe I don't do this. Your brain kept going doppelganger. That's fair. The questionable movie don't look up. I like that you phrased it that way because I have not seen it because I did in fact think that it looked questionable, but you returned to spicy talks. It's we're getting started on it early today. Clearly, 2 hours in. I guess we saw how fast I was moving with the map and just seemed like it's probably necessary to go ahead and get into it. Oh, I messed up. I see. I see what I did. That's not enough. It didn't look questionable, but you find it very annoying and weirdly paced. Yeah, there was something about the trailers when I saw the trailers for that movie that I was like, I just have a feeling that I'm not gonna like this. So, you missed a V-stitch 2 rows ago. Yeah, you can fix it. No big deal. I was very confused about where that sentence was going for a second, Miko, I'm not gonna lie. But no, I follow you. The breeder who created the doodle was said to have regretted ever creating the breed. So much of dog breeding needs people to fucking stop what they're doing for 2 seconds and think about the animals that they're bringing into the world with fucking purposeful birth defects. Like, my god. Oh, wait a second to reply to some of these because I know ads are going. Yeah, that quote being from his Spy Kids movie, Scarlet, do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created? Like, holy shit. Yeah, there is not a lot about that the characterization of that entity that seems very flattering to me, Miko. I gotta say. That one has been seared in my brain since I was a kid and you're an atheist. I mean, it goes hard. That quote goes hard. Wait, I thought the ad break was already going. Oh, it was just a countdown. I see. I see. I thought it was the countdown. I thought it was the actual ad break. Never mind. Okay, we'll keep waiting. My eyes are doing that thing where I've been focusing here and now looking at other distances is like kind of blurry. Yeah, Adele sneak attack. Okay, here we go, here we go. Making sure I get bullied. Thank you, thank you. Think you finally mastered all-in-one granny square yarn? Oh, that's awesome, Mumbo. Thank you for that, Scarlett. Much appreciated. Your eyes don't focus at all. You don't have that problem. You gotta do eye strengthening exercises. Man is indeed a flawed being, it's true. Yeah, if, one of those moments of, like, if we are made in his image, then that's not a very flattering picture, is it? Yeah, I also grew up with that, Kiri, and, well, that was plenty to turn me off to it. Makes you wish you were a cat? Valid. Thank you for redeeming that water time, Scarlet. Perfection is a human ideal. Yeah. Nature's perfect in its chaos. I think that, I mean, perfection is definitely one of those things that's relative, right? Perfection can mean different things to different people, and therefore its significance is more emotional and conceptual than it is actual. Not gonna lie, you don't know what you are anymore. I mean, acceptance absolutely does not have to be anything to do with religion, so... I think the idea, tying your morality and your acceptance of other people to your religion, I think, like, if we are expressing that religion is the place where you learned those concepts from, that makes sense. But, like, the idea that having religion is what instills those values within you, I think is where the flaw comes from. Because, like, anyone is capable of being accepting and having a strong sense of morality and all of that stuff. Like, having those values is not what religion is, right? Think there's a deity or god, you're just not sure it's the capital G god? Absolutely. I think that probably falls into the agnostic category, if you're looking for labels. There you go, Freedom. There you go. Perfection should only belong in Stardew Valley. Hard agree. Yeah, I am very, very happy in my atheism at this point in my life. You were possessed as a child. Okay, we need the story. Give us the tea, Alex. Was there a Ouija board involved? Wait, who is him? What do you mean? I did know him? Who are we referring to with that? Possession man? Wait. Like, like the thing that possessed you? Oh, like a person possessed you. This lore drop is indeed already wild. I just immediately went straight to demonic possession, but okay, I'm following you now. Not all possessions are bad. I don't know. I kind of, by default, am of the opinion that nobody needs to be possessing me, but, you know, to each their own. You know, this is not a duplex. I'm not trying to share any space. You can 100% shield from that. Well, I do actually have the anti-possession charm from Supernatural tattooed on my body, so... Welcome in, Dungeon Master. Sharing is caring? Be fucking selfish. I was with his mom and we were reading children's books because I was a child. Okay. One of the leaders tried to say pets don't go to heaven because they don't have a sense of self. Bro is about to get jumped by the whole youth group for that dumb shit. Yeah, that's so stupid. The idea that pets don't, like, think or feel pain or any of that shit is so dumb. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mambo. We can certainly move on from it. We'll get the tea about Alex's possession story and then we'll move on from it. I had this weird sense of lucidness and clarity, like more than a 6-year-old would have. And I turned to his mom and I went, "Do you want to know the meaning of life?" Oh my god! What if when shit like that comes out of a 6-year-old's mouth? We're getting the last little bit of it out. You've watched people speak. Oh, speaking in tongues is fucked up. How to keep your hair uncut, wore long jeans and homemade skirts. Wow. Wow, you were deep in it. It still exists. Yeah, that's quite the background freedom. Thanks for hanging out, Scarlett. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, if you just want to finish your story, Alex, we can move on from it after that. And then I said, "Laugh while you still can," which is something you used to say all the time. And later she went to your mom and was like, "Hey, your kid said something that his name said," and your mom was like, "Okay, that's not my child." That's wild, Alex. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, Dungeon Master. I think that to me is a sign of like what do they call it? Like what is the word that I'm thinking of? Like a group psychosis moment, like a folie à deux, but like for a whole group. Find it so wild you're using floss to crochet this. It's not as bad as you'd think, because it's the whole 6 strands, so... crochet thread is actually smaller than this. Alright, we are almost through this row. I'm so excited to be getting into the mountains. The mountains are going to be so good. And there's such pretty colors going on. I really want to design a tapestry soon that's like just mountain stuff. You ever seen someone slain in the spirit? God. That's like kind of a special interest of mine is religious cults. So I've definitely Oh, don't worry, Dungeon Master. There is no end weaving happening. Yeah, if y'all are not aware, let me show you an example. I have done this kind of thing before. This is not my first time. I was not about to dive in headfirst with this project without any experience of anything else. So here is the portrait that I did for Sebastian, and you can see how I did the backing for this one. So same situation, I did not weave in any ends here. But there's a backing board in here to keep it nice and rigid, and then I sandwiched that in between the crochet and this piece of felt and sewed them together. So at the end, I'll be going through... The one thing that will be crazy and tedious is I will be going through, and all of these little end pieces, they're all going to get partnered up together and get knotted to make sure that they all keep tension. So there will be entire streams dedicated to me doing just that, because it'll probably take more than one with how many ends there are. But none of them are getting woven in. Thank you, Cozy. Yeah, Sebastian. Sebastian's my favorite. Sebastian and Krobus. So I want to do all of the portraits eventually. Like I want to do not every single portrait because there's multiple ones for each villager, but I want to do a portrait for each person in the game eventually. So I've done Alex's portrait as well for a friend of mine. I will probably make another one though, so that I have one for myself. Yeah, this is, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically just 4 rows left of the woods over here. So this is gonna be the last week that we're in this section of forest, and then it's all mountains from here in this corner. Do y'all want to help me make a chaos graining square? Absolutely. I'm happy to roll some dice for you if you'd like to do that as well. Your skin is getting so small. I know that's so satisfying to see it decreasing. You're using cones for your sweater? What yarn weight? Okay, a number between 1 to 50 that's not 48 or 49. $25. $13 is definitely a good pick though, because it's Friday the 13th, so 48.5, very nice, Alex. Yarn weight says a 6, but it does not feel like a 6. Bigger or smaller? Popcorn daisy square? That sounds cute. Smaller feels more like a 4? Damn. What fiber type is it? Because I often feel like my cotton yarn is smaller than it says on the label, but then the way that the yarn behaves, I kind of have started to feel like, oh, I get why it's labeled like this. Now I need 4 people to give me a number between 1 and 10. 8. Excited to see what you do. All right, that's our row for today. Let me get this spaghetti tamed. And we can take a look at what we did today. I'm gonna have to start like clipping it to the side of the map because it's getting a bit too tall to clip it to the bottom. All right. You can see the quarry's border is on there now. Mountains coming along, starting to take over more of this forest area. There's the beginnings of the Adventurers Guild right there. And the waterfall. Working our way up to the spa here. And then lots more desert. Map burrito. It must be nice to have sections of solid color. It really is. It really is. It makes everything go so much faster. It's such a nice vacation. Like, doing the color changes slows things down so much. Definitely not going to do the color change at the end of this row. It's going to look like the stripe is choking you. Yeah, gotta make sure your placement is good. Just gonna stick with your original plan and wait for the scheme to run out before changing color. That makes sense. Alright. So that means our 200th row is now complete. Yeah. Why does the border on this one look so much better? I'm gonna futz with this real quick, 1 second here. Outline size 2 versus outline size 10. Uh-huh. That's why you can't even read this thing. There we go, that's better. I feel like that could even be thicker. That would help. There we go. All right. Let's keep working on our granny squares. And we also have 44 granny squares. Isn't that fun? You've been listening to the Warrior Cats books at work, and there are so many. I never read the Warrior Cats books. I'm familiar with them, don't get me wrong, but I never actually read them. Raise your hand if you were a Warrior Cats kid. I know some of you were. I know it. I can feel it. I can see it in you. You were talking about it with your friends recently and it reignited the old hyperfixation. You read a couple of the books and was in a cat clan on this game called Horse Isle. Why is it always that things like that happen inside of other games? Like, Gaia Online had a pretty robust RP community. You only know it because your ex-roomie showed you Warrior Cat maps and explained the stories behind the animation. You read all of them and did roleplay with your friends. You know, Jamcat, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. One of the blocks is giving Brazil vibes. Which one? Is it like the flag colors? The one of these two? The big one? I love this block. This one looks so good. It feels very like Harlequin to me. Let's see. What block is this? I think that this one... This is a scarlet block, so I think that this one was a randomly rolled one, probably. Which is pretty crazy. Turned out very good. You got a pill organizer and you love it? I like my pill organizer too. I need to actually refill it so I can use it. I had stopped for a second there because I wasn't taking my vitamins because of my surgery. Because apparently vitamins can have weird interactions with anesthesia, so they advised me to stop taking my vitamins a week before the surgery. But now that I'm back to taking my vitamins, I have enough things to put in my pill organizer. Anybody else always want to put candy in their pill organizer or into a pill organizer as a child? Just seemed like a fun way to carry candy around. Gotta put food away before you sleep. That's always the worst part. It's when you eat your dinner and you're all done and then you're like, oh my god, I have to go deal with what's left in the kitchen. You think of your probiotic gummies as your sweet treat for taking your meds in the morning? Yeah, I too have gummy vitamins. You did that, Kiri? I have always enjoyed little containers. Like I used to collect tiny jars and stuff. It definitely got out of hand, but I really enjoy them. There we go. Did not want to cooperate with me for a second there. I'm so excited we're gonna get this done today. Okay. Okay, tea from your BFF. Let's go. Hi, Frazzle. Welcome in. Stream goes good. Got through my map row very quickly today, now that I have more sections of solid colors popping up on the map, and we are going to finish up our desk mat now. I can definitely get this finished today, which is very exciting. Her mom is racist? What the fuck? You just realized why today has been so productive? Like, for you? What's the secret, Alex? Your friend is away and they haven't texted you at all. You had to work in office. Luckily, you only have to do that once a month. It's really silly that they make you even bother doing that once a month. Boo. Hell yeah, congratulations on the 15 stream streak. Quoting her, black friends are fine, but dear God, if I have a black boyfriend. Not the fucking interracial fear-mongering. Like, oh my God. They want us to actually know our coworkers. Like, once a month is gonna let you do that. Food and drink away and lights off. Sleep well, Kiri. Get some rest. It's like, I thought they didn't want us to just be at work to socialize. You know, make up your damn mind. You've been friends with her for 13 years and you're just learning this? That's very awkward. I mean, how is she handling it? Your friend handling it? You summoned them, Alex? They said, oh, you're not getting rid of me that easily. She's very upset about it? Yeah. Because her sister outed her for seeing the guy who's black? So her sister also has a problem, I take it. That's so dumb. It's so embarrassing too, like, to have family members with just fucking stupid ass opinions like that. I know from experience. Don't know if her sister is racist or just telling her business to the mom. Oh, your friend doesn't tell her mom most things. Yeah, oh, I can see why. You have something to say about that topic, but you'd rather not as it could come off wrong? Granny Square posted? Let's see, Mama. Oh, the coveted yellow boots. I see. I like how posting group beer in the side chat. Love that. Okay, project pics. Oh, the bow looks so cute, Kiri. You went to bed. I'm sorry I didn't respond sooner. Oh wow, that turned out really good, Mambo. I love those colors. You're still here. Okay, good. Well, your bow looks very cute. It came out very cute. Yeah, navigating racist family members is really tricky because a lot of times those people are from the generation where they're not gonna fucking listen to people who are younger than them, so it's like you literally can't say anything to them. And then they wonder why you go no contact. Binder's irritating your skin? Take it off. Just letting yourself relax and hopefully drift. Yeah. We'll keep you company while you fall asleep. I hope you have an easier time of it than I did. Her mom would hate to know she's seeing at least 2 different black guys. Not even just one, there's 2. I think it's so appropriate to me, Black Cat, that your bestie is also, like, got a man on each arm. Yeah, I hope your friend has a supportive network outside of family for sure. Your dad after trash talking your mom and her entire side of the family. Why don't you want to talk to me anymore? All I've done is do what's best for you. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Coming up on 21 hours awake. That's awful. You have a very good friend group. I'm glad to hear that, Black Cat. Thankful for your found family. Absolutely. Found family is so important. So important. I've got a nice mix in there. I've got some pretty shit family members, and then I've got some really awesome family members, and it's divided down my mom's side, my dad's side, pretty much. So, not everyone on my dad's side is awful, for sure. I think one of my aunts is pretty great, and was very supportive of me when, you know, I came home with a girlfriend. But not everyone on that side of the family acted like an adult, I'll tell you that much. But I have a really great relationship with my mom. I love my mom a ton. My mom is an awesome person. You both have at least 4+ guys at a time. And she has a couple of girls too? Okay. Let's fucking go. How does her mom feel about the girl part? Does she know about that? Your dad's side is mostly dead, but the family members you talk to from his side are pretty chill? That's good. That's good. The apple is giving more tomatoey vibes today. It's versatile like that, you know? She's fine with the girls. She even tried you to get you to date your best friend when you first met her, but the girls also happen to be white. It's so interesting to me, like, what sets people off and what they can, like, convince themselves to accept, you know? Like, you'd think that people would be, like, bigoted in a more consistent way, but it's really interesting the way that people pick and choose what's an issue for them. Yeah. Like, some people are just racist, and that's all there is to it. Like... Plenty of people, honestly. It shouldn't be surprising, considering how many racist liberals there are. Your mom would prefer you date people of color, but thinks that since you're bi, you're more likely to get an STD. What? Like, thinks you're more likely to get an STD because of interactions with women? Your family would rather say that you're gay and dating any of your friends than the fact that you're fine by yourself and that you don't date. Weird. It's weird. It's like, why can we move ourselves to accept some things but not others, you know? Why do people have to knuckle down and find places to draw lines in the sand? Why can't we just all open up our minds, you know? She thinks people who are bi are more likely to have multiple partners. Ah, I see. I see. Good old-fashioned demonization of bisexuals. Got it. A classic, even in the queer community. Bisexual, more like bi winning. Sorry, I'm sorry. Charlie Sheen, anyone? That's so funny to me, too, considering, like... Not that this has anything to do with anything, but, like, even if you weren't bisexual, you're still dating multiple guys, or, like, talking to multiple guys, so, like... Clearly that's not the deciding factor here in having those interactions. Oh my god, not automod getting you for saying gay boy, Alex. Like, shut up, Automod. We're all gay in here. Your friend told you were taking too long going to class, and he went, move it, gay boy. And I went, I'm bi, actually. And he went, yeah, by yourself, baby. That's fucking sick. It's like when I was in college, one of my gay friends rode past me on his bike and yelled the F slur at me and Jess, who was my girlfriend at the time. The way I whipped my head around so fast about to fight somebody and then I saw who it was so funny. The best part is your friend is also by himself. She encouraged you to sleep with as many men as you could before you got married, so you... What? It's like, what is the logic here? What is that? That is so bizarre. Yeah, that's just homophobic. I don't know how you label that as anything other than... I mean, I guess you could say specifically biphobic, but it also just feels kind of homophobic, you know. Even more than just biphobic. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. Because it's really making it to where it's like the women are the problem. Good morning, Water Cameron. All you heard was women are the problem. Yeah, that's our opinion around here. Those darn women. No, we're discussing Black Cat's mom having some really wild opinions about sleeping with both men and women. The women are the problem, the billionaires' problems, my god. Yeah, I don't even know if that's the case. I think it might be the children. To get very dark about it, let's not go to that place, actually. It's funny because I genuinely think if I was just a lesbian, she wouldn't think I'd be more likely just at sleeping with both. It's so strange. The real problem is cis white men. Now we're talking. Nothing against anyone here. Your boyfriend just sent you $20 to cover birth control this month? Now that's woke. I don't think anyone here is a cis white man. You might be right about that. You might be right about that. Just, absolutely no shade. But if there is a cis white man in here, especially if you're straight, I would be very curious to know about that, because just because of my demographic data even, I mostly have viewers who identify as women on a lot of my socials, and I do have some men who follow me, but knowing how many people that follow me are trans, I have to assume a lot of those people are trans men. So always curious to know how much of my audience is like regular dudes. You got cleared to get your tubes tied 2 days before your birthday? Fucking happy birthday to you, Black Cat. That's awesome. No, surprise babies. No, thank you. Literally, Mr. Straight Cis White Man, how did you get here? I mean, hey, if you're here, you're probably pretty cool, so we can tokenize you. It's fine. I actually do have one of my very dear friends is a cis straight white man, believe it or not. And I love him a lot, and he's the best. So it is possible. Need to get on top of pursuing your sterilization. Hell yeah. It's everyone's 2026 goal. Could save more ETO at work if you didn't have a uterus, right? Tomorrow is your first market of the year, and you'll be selling those pocket trackers you made. That's awesome! You also have a market in early March, so you think between the two you'll get at least a few people interested in the trackers? I'm sure you will. They're very cute. You have multiple cis white man friends, but one of them is out to just a couple people is bi, and the other one, not to stereotype, but he hasn't told you anything, but he's a bit of a prude. They're cis straight white men so far. Wait. Wait, how did I do this? That's not right. How did that happen? What the heck? Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Oh, I can't do that. I'm gonna have to flip something upside down. So the problem is that these two have the same border color, and I'm trying to prevent squares that have the same color of border from touching. So, yeah, I should be able to just flip this upside down and it'll work. Because it's not going to touch anything over here that has the same border color, so that should be fine. Yeah, the other possibility was just moving these like this, but then these two would be touching, so I can't do that. Unless... Oh, wait! Oh yeah, because it's supposed to be turned like this. Oh wait, so I could do that. Do I like that better? Kinda. Feels a bit more randomized to me. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So I'll go ahead and sew these two together and then I can attach like that. Okay. You think your insurance through work will cover it all? That's awesome. Before you were out at work, but out to him, everyone thought you were dating and spending time together in the bin room, and he was like, ew, I'm not gay. That's cute. Think you finally hit sleepy EP time? Oh, love you too, Kiri. Have a good sleep. You finished your Baldur's Gate 3 run with Pepper? That's awesome, babe. Good job. Yeah, go lie down for a little bit. Hi, Em. Welcome in. You sat through all 40 minutes of credits. That was pre-top surgery before you even started hormones, so like, I lie. Yeah, no, I get it, 100%. Oh, you figured out why you kept getting unfollowed. A no script glitch? I'm not sure what that is. Well, I'm glad that you figured it out. Yeah, trust me. I don't do that whole like what is it? Shadow unfollowing thing that people do. If there was anybody in here that I didn't want to be following me, I would just block you. So you told your night manager you could tell they were a guy because they insisted a 4-inch peg was 6 inches. Fucking iconic. Oh, no script is a privacy extension that's a bit finicky? Sure. A security guard from your old job has started working at your new one, and you went to say hi, but was like, I can't remember if he was around when I changed my name. Oh, yeah, that's gotta be awkward. Yeah, sorry about the buffering, by the way, Twitch has been a bit wonky lately, so hopefully it evens out for you. It seems like maybe when people first arrive, it's a little bit worse, which has kind of been my experience as well, honestly, when I watch stuff, so... Yeah, in a technical sense, it's correct. I think it's sort of useful for clarifying, like, things like that where there's a joke about, like, transness in there, and, like, you're clarifying how it's a joke, you know? I probably wouldn't walk around referring to people as being FTM, but... I don't care for it myself. But it has its functions. Was also worried you accidentally swapped the order of the letters in your head. It's like, last year or the year before that or whatever, I just decided that I was gonna watch all of Degrassi, and in the later seasons, there's a trans character who regularly introduces themselves as being like, I'm female to male trans, and I was like, okay, we don't need to say all of that. You can just say that you're a trans man. Like, this is so awkward. Like, obviously, if that is what a trans person's choice is, that is their business, and that's totally fine. But like, this is a TV show, and they're not a trans person in real life. They're just portraying one in a TV show, so it felt like very weird for them to be phrasing it like that. You refer to yourself as FTM, and that's totally fine. I just don't like it. It feels very like, that is not a part of my identity. Like, my assigned gender at birth is not a part of my identity, so I don't ever use that language to refer to myself. Yeah, exactly, Black Cat. Like, in your... I understand why you included it, because it was clarifying why the joke was a joke. Seems outdated, but not offensive. I think it's just kind of like a weird aspect of language. Yeah. It's more often used in a medical context. Yeah, that probably... Like, I think that it's one of those words that it has functional purpose, for sure. Regardless of whether or not it's like a term that you align with. Like, there are times when it like makes sense to bust it out just for the sake of clarification. But I think that it often will pop up in places that it doesn't need to come up, and that's what gets me about it. Like, sometimes people will bust it out, and it's like, you didn't need to say that, because now it feels like you're talking about my assigned gender at birth having an equal stake in my identity as what I am telling you my identity is, you know? I'm also non-binary, so like it's okay if my experience is different from other people. And even if I wasn't non-binary, even if I was a binary trans person, that would still be okay, but that's just my feelings about it. He once came out to someone and he went, "So are you pretending to be a man or a woman?" And first off, pretending, okay, but then you said, "I'm trans." I verbally say I'm a trans man, but online I say I'm trans FTM. Okay, see, that to me I think makes a lot of sense, because a lot of times the context of that is gonna, like, if you're in a forum where that's relevant information, like context, but absolutely in an everyday conversation with someone, that's probably not gonna be something that I wanna. And like also things like that, like, you are confusing yourself by trying to do the mental gymnastics of figuring out where I came from and where I'm going to. Like, just accept the word that I gave you as the entirety of my identity, and you don't need more than that. The manager also counted the number of times I corrected myself when telling them a story. I got up to 20 times. Sometimes you really just need to get down and dirty with it to get the story out, and be like, look, disclaimer, I'm just gonna say some shit wrong real quick so I can get the story out. Unless it's like someone's pronouns or something, in which case, yes, keep correcting yourself, keep practicing that. Your friend's dad thinks you're a trans woman, and you can't think of a trans femme. He thinks trans women are trans men. A lot of people do that, where they think that you're saying that you're a trans woman because you're saying it's kind of like saying I'm an unwoman almost, like I'm a not woman. So like you're still using woman as your identifier. Like they have it backwards. Like they don't get the point of that language, You once saw a video of a cis woman getting very upset that people thought she was a trans guy when she said, "Oh, the first time mom thing? Yeah. You were correcting yourself with their pronouns? Okay, absolutely. Yep. No, that is kind of funny though, to watch somebody like battle it out with themselves. And like, I don't know, it's nice to see someone put in the effort, right? And not make it make the emotional burden yours to hold, like not putting you in a position of like reassuring them and comforting them because they made a mistake and all of that. Like, instead watching somebody like play the pronoun Olympics by themselves. Like going through the hurdles of trying to remember the correct word to say. You should pay 2 taxes because you have 2... Bro. Like, have you never heard of a nickname before? Or... Some of these... The cis hetero people out there who act like all of these concepts are just so, like, foreign and inherently queer, and it's like... Cis people do HRT. Cis people change their names. Cis people make amendments to their birth certificates. Like... Didn't even realize you did it until they pointed out and said that they counted it. That's... Oh my god. Well, it's good that you were catching it. If you, the advice that I've heard is when you have to correct yourself, rather than just correcting the pronoun, like going, so she was going to the store, he was going to the store, and then she got the thing off the shelf, he got the thing off the shelf, or like, so he got the thing off the shelf. Like, instead of correcting yourself just on the one word like that you should stop and you should completely start the sentence over. And that it'll help reinforce that in your head. And like help solidify the correct way to say it. I thought that was really cool advice. Like, I think for things in general too, not just for pronouns, you know, that it's helpful to restate the sentence like that. Yeah, cis men are the main demographic to get top surgery. Exactly. Or like puberty-related therapies and things like that. Like, people don't want to acknowledge that gender-affirming care is something that cis people access all the time. All the time. One of your coworkers used they, them for a while, and your supervisor would use the wrong pronouns and would correct to they, them without making a big deal of it. But it was really funny because he would unintentionally use they where them would have been... did not understand the grammar. Oh, he also said before that Alex is too far from your real name, so he told you should go by something close to your dead name, and gave me a name that's more similar. He cannot, no, he doesn't get to fucking give you a name. That's so stupid. Someone is so uncreative over here, like, if a boy is George, then the girl version is Georgina, okay? Like, I'm gonna change my entire name. I can't be creative. Look at my Discord messages. You got it. Oh, I'll be there. I'll be there in just a minute, honey. I just wanted to finish this up really quick. Yeah, I might do this last row off stream, like just finish this one. But, I mean, I think we get the idea, right? And then, I'll add the backing as well. I'm gonna do that with the sewing machine, I think. And then we'll be ready to use it as a backdrop on Thursday. Next Thursday. One time you were talking to your friend and you went, she's late, I mean he's late, I mean they's late, wait, no, them's late. That's so funny. Your supervisor at your old job was a middle-aged cis-het white guy that wouldn't necessarily describe as progressive, but when no one else was around, he would put the effort into calling you Cameron. When he was leaving the job, he was like, I'm not asking you to answer these questions, but these are questions I thought about when you told me, just as a heads up in case others aren't respectful enough to not be invasive. That's, yeah, I'm glad that he got it together enough to, like, give you that information, and I wish that more people would sort of acknowledge their ignorance like that. Like, not that I think that every person is obligated to answer those questions, but like, I don't know, I think making it known that like you don't understand but you want to is completely valid, and being open to having someone tell you, I need you to look elsewhere for those answers, is like, be ready to accept that, but you know, there are people out there who are happy to have those conversations with you. Like, I talk very openly about this kind of stuff because I want people to feel comfortable coming to me with questions, because I am willing to do that labor. To an extent. I do have my limits, but you really like answering translated questions because 9 times out of 10 they actually really want to learn and know about your experiences. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, just because you don't understand it doesn't mean you have to be disrespectful. Absolutely. Like, people need to be more comfortable with that. Like, you don't have to understand everything. You don't have to be able to empathize with everyone else's opinions and perspectives. Like, it's okay to just not get it. It's okay. And you can still be respectful and accepting while not getting it. Out of the ad, okay. I feel like the whole don't make people do non-consensual unpaid labor can be a bit white-knighty at times. I think that there's room for both of those things to be true, you know? Like, there's room for pointing out that people don't always need to be, like, expected to answer those questions at the drop of a hat, because they can be very invasive questions. And there's also room for, like, ask questions so that you can be educated. Like, I think that people just need to get a little bit more comfortable with the idea of, like, they may ask a question and get told no. They may make a mistake. They may have to apologize for something. Like, all of that is okay. You just apologize. You just accept it and move on. You know, we don't need to be promoting the idea that there is this any one perfect way that you must conduct yourself, or else you're homophobic or racist or what have you. Like, we need to be pushing people to accept the fact that you're gonna be ignorant of stuff, and the only way that you can impact that ignorance is by getting educated. And there are different ways to do that, and sometimes that is going to mean directly asking someone a question. That's all there is to it. Oh no, I hear you, Em. I hear you. Okay, so I'm going to stop for there today. Just know that this is going to get connected like this, and then this is going to get connected like this. And I'm going to do that off screen so that we can have it ready for next Thursday and all put together. But I will be posting a picture of this completed thing in the Discord. And labeling all of the squares so everybody knows whose square is whose. We're not going to do a raid today because I do need to kind of just take off, but thank y'all so much for hanging out. I appreciate y'all a lot. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on Sunday for some Stardew Valley.